You win. Perfect.
Hello, and welcome to Nerd Fight.
Hiya!
Nerd Fight is where we get together and talk about nerdy topics and fight it out.
Fight it out. Fight. And guess what? We have a guest today for our episode. We have Rob, our one of my other friends. So welcome,
Hello.
Rob, to Nerd
Thank
Fight.
you. Thank you.
It is good to have you. We've got some fresh blood in here.
Excited to be here.
Awesome.
A third perspective.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep. A third eye.
more
All right.
fighting.
So what is the topic today, Eric?
Today's topic is TCGs, or for those uninitiated, trading card games.
Is that what it stands for? Trading card games? Do people actually
I
still
think
trade
so.
these cards?
No.
I don't. I hoard them. No,
I have a
Rob-
trade
Rob
binder.
knows. Yeah. Oh, what is that? For people who don't know, Rob, what is a trade binder?
So trade binder would be it's our collection of cards that we have duplicates, extras that we're trying to collect and or keep to trade off for other more desirable cards that we need for our collection. So one of the binders back there behind me is our trade binder.
Nice.
I need a trade binder. I need to know how I have never traded any of my cards in my life.
I've
You-
sold
I-
cards.
Yeah, I've sold cards. I've given them away, but I have never traded cards. I am very bad at trading card games. Apparently.
I think trading was a necessity when I started playing TCGs.
Yeah.
Limited access to cards we needed, so there was a lot of trading to build the decks.
Yeah, I just never traded. I would just either save my money for the cards I wanted, or I just made do with what I had. So I think it really is the hoarder in me, because I like, we've played games and I have way too many cards, and then I just end up building like cubes and stuff to draft from. So yeah.
Oh, I have probably right over here 9 boxes of cards. So that's
So you get me,
I also understand the
Yeah. But I have to learn how to let go. That's what I have to do. Learn how to let go.
Do you though?
Do I though? Oh man. My wife hates that. Don't.
Same.
All right,
Yeah,
so
if it's not the comic books, it's the cards.
see, I completely cut my comic books. Like I haven't bought any new comic books
You'll have to teach me how to
a
do that.
decade. Yeah, I don't know how I did it. Honestly, it was a long road. So,
I think I just passed 8,000 or 9,000. 9,000 issues that I have.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I can see that.
It's
Yeah. It's hard. All right, so TCGs. We're gonna be talking about specific TCGs today.
Right.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna do two of the most, I would say, arguably two of the most popular ones, and then one that's kind of a newer TCG, but from a storied history. So we should. Who wants to give the
Youngblood.
intro first to their TCG? The intro.
Should we let our guest go first?
Yeah, let's go. And it's just
all right.
just a brief
put me on
intro.
the
You don't
spot
have
or
to you don't have to just anything personal about this particular game, and then we'll go into the criteria and we'll actually discuss it more in depth.
Sure. I guess my intro would be for Pokemon. It's
Gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch them all. Been into the Pokemon scene for coming up on about 10 years. And it was interesting because I know there's a very large nostalgia around Pokemon, and I actually never watched Pokemon.
Yeah, neither did I.
No, really got into it because my son took him to he was into Pokemon, took him to a card shop, and we just had such an amazing experience first time. I really kind of fell in love with the scene, the game, and really like the collecting aspect of it. So
Very cool. Very
There you
cool.
go.
Nice.
Awesome. Cool. That was brief. That was like the briefest like thing that we've had on our show ever.
you know,
It just helps to have somebody who's on it.
I think there's so much more to talk about later. Let's be brief now.
True.
There
True.
we go.
True.
There.
True. All right. Do you want to go next, or do you want me to go next?
Yeah, I'll go next.
Okay.
I'm introing Magic the Gathering. Probably the most popular TCG, if not the oldest.
Yeah.
Well, it's still in print.
I think it is the oldest, though.
Mhm.
Is it? Were there
Uh,
other TCGs before Magic?
No.
I can't remember any. Yeah, I think it was the first.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, was there the like alpha versions of other games that he was trying to create?
Probably. Yeah.
But I think
that
Magic
never got
is
printed.
right. I think Magic is the first actual TCG.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
True.
It came out in '93.
Yes.
Yep.
So, which is almost as old as I am, and I'm the youngest person here. But-
The oldest game for the youngest person.
That's right.
Awesome.
But I got involved in Magic. I think '97 was when I got my first cards. Working for my sister's boyfriend at the swap meet, and one of his buddies came by and was trying to offload his cards, and one of my friends had been playing and was like, "Oh, that looks cool," and so I had some money, and I bought his cards, and I made really bad decks for 15 years, if not longer, and then I
Until the
discovered
advent
the
of
joy
the
of winning. Yeah. And then I discovered the joy of winning, and it's been a lot of fun the whole time. So
Nice. Cool. All right, so that leaves me then, and I have the distinction of being able to talk about the newest, for the ones that we're talking. Obviously, Pokemon is fairly old. Magic is even older, and the game I'm talking about is Disney's Lorcana. So it launched in 2024, 2023
Sounds right.
at the very end of 2023, maybe. I think the end of 2020, August 23. And of course it's based on Disney properties, so it's one of the oldest companies, one of the oldest IPs, I suppose, and transitioned from Magic to Lorcana pretty easily. One of the reasons that I got into Lorcana was just a big Disney fan. So it was kind of a natural progression to just kind of try it out. And honestly, the only reason I really tried it out was because Eric went to Gen Con and had picked up Lorcana. And I was like, I'm jealous. I'm going to pick up Lorcana too. So
I got that first box.
Yep. That's exactly it. All right. So now that we have the little introductions out of the way, let's talk a little bit about, let's get into the nerd fight itself. Let's start off with, what should we start off with? We're going to talk about gameplay, cost, collectability, and art. Where do we want to start?
Oh, that's a tough one. I maybe start with cost.
Cost?
Yeah.
I'm good with it.
That's probably the most boring part.
The most boring part. Okay, yeah.
I don't know.
So
For
let's
me,
make a
it's
pitch.
a fascinating part. So. But I kind of nerd out on that piece of it.
Well, that's good. That's the whole point. We're supposed
Right.
to nerd out. So, all right. So, Rob, how is Pokemon on cost?
Well, I think with Pokemon, you have to look at it as two different aspects of cost. Really, you have playability cost, and then you have collectability cost, and they are wildly different.
They're
Yes,
very far
might
apart.
not even. You're not even talking about the same game anymore when you look at those.
Yeah.
But from a playability aspect, it might be the cheapest of the three, I would argue. And from a collectability aspect, it might be the most expensive.
Yeah.
There's definitely exceptions in the Magic world, but I think across the board, it might be the most expensive collectively and cheapest to play.
Well, why is that? Why is it the most expensive collectively?
One of the things I think they do a really good job with is kind of the way they print and make some of the cards. So you can have a card that's a very playable card, and they're going to have a standard common version of that card. And then there might be a full art version or a secret rare, like an SIR version of that card. The standard playable card might be a few dollars, and a high end. But then you get into the illustration rares, the secret rares, and you're looking at even like the newest sets that come out. The newest cards are $400 or $500, maybe $1,000 for a single card. But if you want to play that card in a deck, you can get a playable version of that card for $2-3.
Like pennies. Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes
and that's
it can be pennies. Yeah. Literally.
You're talking the most expensive card in your deck might playable because you don't have to get a secret rare. You just get a regular deck version of it. It's $250.
Yeah.
Right. So it becomes like, that's why I said the cost of entry to play is great. It's just if you want to collect it, the newest set that just came out last week has 2 $400 cards already.
Yeah.
And it's a small set.
It's only 84 cards.
86 cards.
86.
And then with the secret rares, it's 122.
Yep.
And 2 of those cards are over $400 already.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's bananas. That's nuts. But see, the thing I noticed about Pokemon is that they have different rarities of the same card. They do variations of the same card.
Yes.
Which you don't really see in Magic. Magic has like a certain amount, but like not in that set. You know what I mean? Like in the set that comes out, they'll usually have like a full art version, and like the regular version.
They could have.
And then sometimes they'll, but not to the extent that Pokemon has. Like Pokemon can have like 4 or 5 different versions of one Pokemon.
Yeah, they can absolutely have that. But,
yeah.
But I think in Magic, you have the rarity of the card now means even the regular playable version could be very expensive.
Well, yeah. That's what I mean, though. It's like they don't have levels of variation. You know what I mean? Like they have like 3 versions of one card, but they're all rare. And one just happens to be more rare. So, or 2 happens to be more rare.
So one of the and this was I question, like, they seem to have more than 3 versions. So like you've got regular, you've got foil, you've got etched foil, you've got
that's true.
Borderless,
That's true.
you've got retro frames, you've got showcase, you've got textured, you got serialized. Like it's they have,
That's true. That's true.
They have like 10 versions of each card.
True. But
Yeah.
they don't make like. We can talk about that later when we're comparing them.
Okay.
So, for Lorcana is similar to the way Pokemon works. They usually only have a couple variations though. So they'll have your normal print card, and then they'll have like the foil version, the reverse holo, and like the full art version, and that's pretty much it. But they've been adding more in newer sets. So they do kind of something similar, but like they don't do that for every level of card. Whereas Pokemon seems to do like, they'll do like a common card and then they'll do like a full art version of that common card.
They do it for I'd say about 25% of the set.
Yeah, but it's more than what Lorcana would do.
Yeah, definitely.
It's more than what Magic would do too. Magic just has like, their comments are just chaff, and
Yeah.
that's it. They don't like do like other versions of it. You know what I mean? So
Who cares about commons?
but that's what I mean, though. It's like they still make like there's those, and the thing I think that's different about Pokemon too is that Pokemon will reprint cards like in the next set. Like if it's like a playable card, you get it in one set, and then they'll do an even bigger run the next set. You know,
And
which Magic really doesn't do.
You can get in the next block if it stays playable. It's they will definitely do that, which I think helps the
playability cost.
The playability cost, right? You're not chasing expensive cards. I mean, I was looking, I'm looking at Magic, and the one thing you have to have, mana, land, is like some of the most expensive cards.
Yeah.
And
especially the special arts,
right. And energy is like it's complete throwaway. You can like everybody's giving it to you for free in Pokemon. Here, take these, please.
Yeah,
like,
even the foil ones. Like I was like, really?
I have too many.
Foil.
Every once in a while they'll do a special like gold print of one, and even those aren't that expensive compared to like the other secret rares. It's
yeah. But because Lorcana is still a very new game, there are expensive cards. They're the chase cards. They're the really high cards. The more playable cards are a little bit more reasonable, and especially now that they've kind of divided into like a standard format and then a fabled format, a legacy format. Obviously the ones that are non-standard have kind of gone down in price just because they're not as, the demand isn't as high, I suppose. So I would say that of the three, I think that Lorcana is still on the lower end to kind of break into. Not as low as Pokemon though, but definitely lower barrier of entry to me than Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, and I'd say you can still get competitive decks in Lorcana for $40-50.
Yep.
Right? Yep. And I think the more top tier decks are probably going to cost you $100-200.
$200, yeah.
Yeah.
About then. Yep.
So it's still
that'd be nice.
Right.
Speaking of,
how's the Magic cost?
How's the Magic cost going, buddy?
So $50 might get me my land. if I don't want any fetch lands.
Yeah.
The cost for Magic is very high. If you want a top tier deck, you're easily looking at $1,000.
Yeah.
And
well, it depends on the format, but yeah,
I was saying, it depends on the format.
Yeah.
I don't play Commander, so I only play, what is it, Legacy?
Modern.
Yeah, Modern. There we go.
Yeah.
I can't afford to play Standard.
You can probably afford to play Standard, but probably affording to keep playing Standard is difficult.
I can play Standard for one block at a time.
And hope that those cards are still playable in Modern.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and hope they don't get banned.
But now that Modern has its own set of Modern cards, it's like it's harder for Standard cards to break into the Modern game. So, yeah. And
then, I mean, you can usually find cards at Walmart or Target for MSRP, but if you go to your local game shop, I found that most of them like to jack up that price.
Yeah.
So MSRP might be $50 from WotC, but they're selling it for $80 to $100.
Yeah. True.
You brought up a good point I did not mention in Pokemon is there's no such thing as MSRP.
There is no MSRP.
No.
What?
If you get lucky enough where one of the vending machines in the grocery store happens to have a pack or two, or you sit through the 4 or 5 hour Pokemon Center queue, you can get it from SRP. But otherwise, no.
It's whatever they want to set it at.
Right. Buy singles. Just buy singles.
Yeah.
So that is another piece to the cost is like the availability of it and if you're trying to buy sealed product to open,
I'm surprised you were even able to get a Pokemon booster at Target. Like,
Who?
I can never
me.
find
You-
Pokemon boosters at Target. Like, that's
No.
just not something that happens.
I got
They
a
had-
Pokemon.
Go ahead.
I got a Pokemon booster from Pokemon Center. It was somehow after a 3.5 hour queue, there was still boosters left.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I went to Target the other day on a whim to return
On a
something,
whim.
and they had a thing for Chaos Rising behind the counter at the customer service area, and
Wow.
they limited it
You
to
live
2
in a
packs.
magical place.
I live in the middle of nowhere.
Have you seen the lines lining up outside of the vending machines at the grocery stores now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And
Vending
people who,
machines
like-
at the grocery store. So what?
And people line up at Target, when they know it's going to be stocked. So yeah,
Yeah.
no, I know.
So Pokemon has these vending machines, and a lot of them are in like grocery stores, different places like that, and you can get very sealed product. They refill at different times. I'm sure the people standing in line know the
The
times.
schedule, yeah.
Yes, but yeah, they have signs all over saying no loitering. There's usually
That
4 or
does
5
stop
people
people.
lined up. It's so yeah. I mean, that is a very important distinction I think you have to make with the cost. I mean, even Magic. I've seen Magic packs at Target.
Yeah.
You know, maybe not some of the Universe Beyond type stuff, but
Yeah.
definitely the regular sets. Yeah, I can go in there and buy packs without a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see
I think that-
Avatar not too long ago at Target.
Yeah, I think it depends on the set, depends on how popular the sets are. But yeah, there usually are. But the thing that you have to remember too about Magic, unlike the Pokemon and Lorcana, is that they have different kinds of booster packs
Right.
Mm-hmm.
at varying, wildly different price points.
Yes.
And that's part of the cost too. And that's what's
Yeah.
crazy to me about Magic is it's like, do I get a play booster or do I get a collector's booster? Because the collector's boosters are way more expensive. So
Yeah, could you?
Yes.
They've got 3 different booster types? There's like the set booster, draft booster, and the collector booster, right?
well, collector booster, play booster, I think are the.
Oh, did
only
they
two
change
now?
it?
I think. I could be wrong.
It's been a minute since
Did
I
they
bought some
still
Magic
do the
cards.
jump boosters? I think they still do jump boosters.
Jumpstart or
Jumpstart boosters,
Jumpstart,
yeah,
yeah.
the jumpstart boosters.
I don't know. I can tell you. I know the last set exactly the last time I bought Magic.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. It's fine.
Is it when I still lived in Vegas?
No.
No, it was more recent than that.
It was Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
figured.
Yep.
I bought one booster, one play booster of Final Fantasy. That was it. All right. So, how do we feel about cost? Who are we saying wins on cost?
Are we judging it based off of affordability or who makes the most money?
I think for me, what I look at is barrier of entry. Like, who is the easiest to get into the game at like the lowest possible cost? That's the winner for me. That's totally different because I'm not really a collector, so I look at it purely from playability.
Yep.
So,
I would say for me it would be Lorcana. And well, I can say the cost to play a deck in Pokemon is cheaper. You can't find it. Right? So unless you're ordering singles specifically
true.
to get
True,
into
true.
that, I can go buy Lorcana packs.
yeah.
Without
Taking
a
into
huge
account
markup.
actual ability to get product,
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
I would actually agree with Lorcana.
Yeah. I mean, I would say if it's
Yeah.
just cost of entry, purely you don't care the source. Not to sound like like you don't care the source, like some guys, back in his car or whatever. Like, no, but you don't care if you're ordering through an online store or ordering singles. Then I would say it's Pokemon. But because it can be so difficult to get the cards,
Yeah.
I would have to give it to Lorcana. Because I think like Magic, even a standard deck, you're $400.
Yeah.
Commander deck, it's
basic. Yeah, base.
Commander deck, it's a couple thousand.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, it depends on the format. Even what I was looking at Pauper the other day because that's supposed to be the cheap
The
entry,
cheap format?
and
Yeah.
it's $150-$200 for
Yeah.
decks now, and I'm like, when did that happen?
Yeah, I remember when we were playing Pauper, and it was like $50 a deck, and I was like, "That's still expensive for Pauper."
Right.
Like that's crazy.
Right. And now it's like 150.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
But I think that's that's the downfall of Magic, right? It's because it's such an old game. There's so many different formats. There's cards that are just like, because of how old they are, they're just expensive. So that's a difficult thing too. Yeah, I think for me the winner is I agree with you. I think it's Lorcana. If everything was equal and you could just buy singles very easily, then I would definitely say Pokemon is the cheaper if you want to get just into playability. Lorcana is terrible if you're trying to collect, because if you're ripping packs and trying to collect, you're not going to get your money back. There's just no way you're going to get your money back.
Oh, you're not getting your money back on Pokemon either.
No.
Not even close.
Yeah.
I mean, I can really, really nerd out, and there's a site I go to, and the whole thing talks about the amount of money you like the best packs to buy based on the lowest amount of loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watch
it's
it
across
that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's yeah, but
Yeah,
I think the one thing though is there are with Pokemon this is probably a different one of the later topics, but like the different ways you can collect, you can even though you can be very, very expensive to collect, you can also collect cheaply. Which is an interesting thing to say when I'm telling you the newest set has two $400 cards. How can you collect cheaply? There are
ways to do it.
Yeah, and a lot of people who do that. So,
well, we'll segue right into that right after Fowler gives his vote for. Oh, I guess it doesn't really matter. We have 2 versus 3, 2 out of 3 already.
It's for me. I would also say Lorcana, especially since they seem to have taken care of their supply issue.
Yeah.
For the first 2 sets, it was very hard to get the product.
Mm-hmm.
But they've rectified those issues.
Yeah, they worked that out for sure.
Pokemon has a terrible scalper problem, I feel, but
Yeah.
they produce.
Yes.
They've been putting out a lot more product to counteract that, from what I've seen.
The scalpers are bold too, man.
yeah,
yeah.
so bad.
Oh yeah. And then
Yeah.
Magic, it's like buying a
Well,
box.
Watsy's scalping you. That's
isn't
that's
so
what
bad.
happened. Watsy's just
Yeah.
scalping you. That's what happens.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Watsy's like
Or-
milking
or
you
the-
dry.
Or the local game store is
True.
scalping you
Yes.
That is
by
true, too.
jacking up the price.
Yep.
But otherwise, I think Lorcana is the winner as far as cost of entry.
Yeah, agreed. Cool. Well, that segues right into collectability. Then we can just go right into that. So, collectability. How do you feel about that?
Oh. By singles.
Yeah, obviously by singles. I think that for me, I think that long-term investment, Magic is a better long-term investment for me. Especially because it's such, you can go into a lot of older cards. Pokemon, you can do the same too, but I think that, Magic has about 6 years head start, 5 years head start on Pokemon. Yeah,
I think
93
93 and then 99.
99. Yeah,
90.
so 6 years.
Well, I think 98 was Pocket Monsters. 98 and then 99 maybe first.
Was Pokemon worldwide.
Yeah, base set. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 5-6 years.
Yeah. So I think that if you're looking at, like the Power 9 or something like that as investment things that you're looking into, I think it's a good spot. I'm not sure about modern collecting for Magic though, because I don't collect, so I'm not big on that.
Yeah, I'm not big of a collector. I tried.
That's why we have Rob
And-
on the show.
Yeah.
Because
and
Rob's
I-
a collector.
Yes, just a little bit.
and I ended up, definitely spending a lot more money than what any of them are worth. So
Yeah.
So I think, I mean, I can get to the Pokemon side in a second, but I think Magic has, for me, they've destroyed a lot of the modern collectability.
Yeah.
And a lot of the direction, like the Hasbro direction's gone, of things kind of used to be special. You weren't going to get another version. You think reserved list, you think Power 9, you think dual lands, Black Lotus, like those things are the investments you talked about. They're never going to be reprinted. And now you just wait until there's a secret lair version of it, or they decide in another set they're going to throw a Universe Beyond version of basically the same card. Even what the One Ring serialized, there's another One Ring coming out, or it came out.
From
Like
the
it's
Hobbit.
right. So I think on a modern, for me, it's felt like there's just been such a cash grab from Hasbro. They don't care about the collectability side of it anymore, and it makes modern tough to collect. I think
It's kind of like the '90s when everybody was like doing like the hollow foil like covers, and then like suddenly all of them
cover
were and then you're like, well, if everyone's special, no one is, right?
Yes.
So.
Yeah, but I mean, I think also the problem you have though is the stuff that's collectible for Magic is so hard to get.
Yeah.
At a cost. I mean, so it's great if you have it, and like from an investment standpoint, it's great. But I also feel like the trajectory of vintage Magic isn't going to keep going like the trajectory of some of the more unique Pokemon cards. And I'm looking at things like, I'm not talking about a Shadowless base set Charizard. I'm looking at things like the Illustrator Pikachus, the Poncho Pikachus, these kind of really unique.
Pikachu.
The Van Gogh, right?
Yeah, the
Pikachu,
Van Gogh
like
one,
things like that. Some of the really hard to get secret rares, different things, the Moonbryon, the Sunbryon, the things like that are there's a scarcity still of their modern stuff. I mean, so we're talking Illustrator Pikachu, like that's older, right? But like the modern stuff, there's so many things that I think you can invest in vintage and you can invest in modern
stuff.
Yeah, and that is a huge difference for me. So like it's kind of open to more of what you want to do, right?
Yeah, I get you. But I mean, I kind of see Magic doing a little bit of that with the secret rares and things like that. Specific Illustrator, like they'll do those like limited edition ones that are like, looks like horror movie posters, and, stuff like that. So,
but are those?
But they just come up so often.
Yeah, I think are those as impactful as? So like and I'm gonna draw a blank to get really nerdy on like all the artist editions they did, but like that Miss Magius that Pokemon did, where it's kind of a copy of a art piece, the Amici Escher copy they did. Like there's some, obviously.
There's very specific ones. Obviously, yeah. There's like one type only. Yeah, I get that.
And when you talk about artists, like we don't want to get too much into that discussion too, but how many artists that weren't vintage artists in Magic are we talking about? But then how many artists I feel like are being talked about in like the Pokemon world to add to the collectability? People are collecting specific artists that are even doing cards now, and I think that only happens like, if they convinced an old artist and it's something special to do a card, not that they're regularly making cards anymore. So it's a little different for me.
I don't know. I mean, maybe
maybe that is.
I mean, because
also...
you still got some people like RK Post doing cards, Mark Poole doing cards, and stuff like that. So I think it's entirely possible, but I don't think they tap into it enough.
No, I think Pokemon definitely
into it, for sure.
They tap into it.
Yeah.
Full throttle. Like, yes, these are the artists there. Yeah,
I could see that. What are your thoughts on collectability Eric?
Uh, I like I said, I'm not much of a collector. I tried like, oh hey, I really like this set. I want to try and get one of everything,
Yeah.
or like try and get a play set of everything. But sometimes that's a little excessive. But and then I always get distracted by shiny objects. But yeah, it's like I was really big on what was it, that Art Deco set from a few years back. I was really into that, and
Oh,
I
the
just
gangster one in Magic.
yeah, like New Capenna or something like that.
Yeah, New Capenna. Yep.
I
I love the full art lands from that set.
Oh, they're so cool.
Those are some of my favorites.
But
I know Rob prefers the Japanese art from Kamigawa, but I
Oh,
love
those
the
ones
New
are super
Capenna.
cool.
Actually,
too.
though, isn't it? I think it's the Edge of Eternity lands that are some of my
Oh,
favorites.
yeah. Oh,
Those
okay.
are from a land perspective. I loved those.
Nice. I don't remember those.
Yeah.
To look them up.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
just,
that's a set.
Yeah.
I just find it hard to collect those, just especially when you get singles that are getting up in like $50 a piece. And it's hard to justify that for a piece of cardboard.
Yeah, I get you. For Lorcana, I think that they don't do enough variety at the level of like that Pokemon does. And there are definitely chase rares that are super rares that are huge and legendaries, full art ones. They're definitely ones that you chase after, and they stay pretty high in price. So I can look at that, and I think that it's like, again, it's a younger game, so it doesn't have like the well that Magic or Pokemon can draw from. And it doesn't have like known artists or anything like that yet. It hasn't developed those kind of followings yet. So it still remains to be seen. I can tell you though, like right off the bat, that I get way more excited opening packs of Pokemon than I do packs of Lorcana, because like there's a high chance that I'm gonna get like some kind of like full art or alternate art in at least some of the Pokemon packs I get. And that's way more exciting, even though they're not going to be like worth a ton of money or anything like that, but it's still way more exciting than like getting nothing, because you don't really get anything in Lorcana. So yeah,
I think I've opened a couple boxes of Lorcana total, maybe 2, and I've never seen anything.
I've gotten 2 full arts. That's it.
I've never seen
2.
a full art, enchanted, anything. I've never.
Yeah.
And we opened a box of the newest Pokemon set yesterday, and had 7 secret rares.
Oh wow!
Yep.
And that's pretty common, like 7 or 8 hits in a box.
That's one.
Pride
Nice.
Land.
The Pride Lands. Can you zoom in?
It's got a little bit of a glare, but yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. There he goes.
That's
and
cool.
then this alternate.
Nice.
Yep, that's it. And I've opened like hundreds of cards. So yeah, man, yeah, sucks.
I think it's like, and you talk about the excitement. I think even like with Magic, if I open something and get a hit, I just don't have this connection to it anymore. It's not that like it's like, okay, yeah, it's cool. This card's worth something, but it's not. It doesn't drive the same level of excitement of, we were opening that box of Chaos Rising, and I'm like, yeah, just the whole time I'm saying it's like me and my son were opening, like just hoping for like the Greninja.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
I got the full art version. I didn't get the secret rare, but even then it's like, oh look, we got the full art. It was cool. Like, we were happy. Like this, I think there's definitely some more excitement about opening packs there.
Yeah, for sure. I got zero Greninja, which I'm super. Mega Greninja's like one of my favorite Pokemon. So it's like I'm very, very. And this was the set, and I was very bummed. I didn't get one.
I got 2.
Well, that's what singles are for. It's fine.
So I have a
But-
question
Yes.
Yeah,
about Pokemon specifically.
yeah.
Because, like, whenever I go to the store, I get overwhelmed by the different things. Like there's like
Dude.
boxes, and then there's
Yes.
ETBs, and there's like a whole bunch of different things for each set.
Build a
Yeah.
battle box. Yeah, it's
It's crazy.
Like
It's
what do I
crazy.
buy?
I think it depends what you want, right? What you're trying to do. So I like ETBs.
Okay.
See back there. There's a few ETBs back there, because it's like a third of a booster box, basically, a little bit less.
Okay.
But you're gonna
Yeah.
get that, and you're gonna get a promo card, and you're gonna get some dice and different things, like, you know, and some land and or not land, sorry, some energy.
Energy.
Yeah, and you're gonna get this, like, it's a nice thing. Like you could probably build a really casual deck out of it. You have enough packs where you're gonna get some hits, 2 or 3. So it's usually a pretty good experience, and even with the price being as insane as it is with Pokemon, you can get those for, depending on the set, like a newer set, 80, 85, $100, maybe 120 if there's a ton of hype, which is so much better than $300 booster box.
Yeah.
I think like the build a battle, that type of stuff, that's if you're trying to do like a pre-release, you know, and
Well,
the
you
other
could do
stuff.
you could do a booster bundle, which is
Yeah.
like 6 booster packs, or you could do the ETB, which is 9 booster packs plus the other stuff that Rob was
Yeah.
talking about. So
You had me at dice.
yeah, the,
It's-
the ETBs. I like the ETBs a lot. They're more expensive than what I would call the comparable product from Lorcana, which is the Trove. The Trove gets you 8 booster packs, and then the dice and all that stuff too. So they're very comparable products. But
it's comparable to what the Magic Holiday Bundle thing.
no, because they used to have
Like
Us-
fat packs or
no,
No,
not
they
a
used
fat
to-
pack. It used to be similar because I have the ETB type things for
Yeah.
Magic too.
I have
but
some
they
like
discontinued them. But
and
they
then-
used to have them for like 10th edition and stuff like that. They had them.
yeah, I think I had
Yeah.
like a new Phyrexia one or something.
Yeah,
and
yeah. I have
yeah.
I have a few of them, and they used to have 10 booster packs in them.
yeah, and then they went
and-
down to like 9 or 8,
yeah, and then
and they always
yeah.
had like a separate pack of land.
Yep.
Yep.
So yeah,
And it came with the spin
they're
down die.
similar type. They're similar
Yeah.
type things.
Okay.
Yeah. I would say that those are really good starting points if you're not investing into like a booster box. So yeah, for sure.
yeah,
You said a
I-
booster box for Pokemon goes for like $300.
probably.
Yeah.
It depends on the set.
Depending
Well,
on
I
the
mean, it
set.
could go a lot more.
Well, so there's also like large sets and then small sets. So
Okay.
you know, the ETBs for small sets could be way cheaper too than an ETB for a big set. But because there's no
Gotcha.
MSRP, it really doesn't matter. It's
Well,
whatever they want to
well,
price it at.
So there's actually there are a couple of stores that are specifically kind of fighting back on that.
Yeah, I know.
There's a store, and unfortunately, I want to say it's L.A. or San Francisco and California. I was watching it, like they cut the plastic on every box that they sell, so people can't scalp it.
Oh, nice.
And because they do that, they sell everything at MSRP.
Sweet.
I got a booster box of Ascended Heroes, the comic shop out here. They sold it at MSRP.
Nice.
They just
Nice.
they don't keep them in. So then if you go to the card shop, it's like, oh, here's the newest ETB, $120. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
if you can get anything in the vending machine, it's MSRP. If you can get through the Pokemon Center queue, it's MSRP. So I want to say the last that booster box I just got, which I got through Pokemon Center, was 160 something and some change.
Okay.
Total with tax like
Well,
$170.
I was happy to get the Chaos Rising ETB for $65. So
Oh wow.
not mad at
There's
that.
there's not as quite as much hype as around that.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, for
there's
sure.
the Greninja hype, but it's not as much as some of the last couple sets.
Not as much as like Black or White or whatever. So yeah.
Black Belt, White Flare.
Black Belt, White Flare. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the new
Or
set that's
Fang.
coming out in July has a lot of hype. I think.
So the thing about Pokemon is that sets come out every 2 months, dude.
Yes.
so yeah, and I think
Excuse
Magic's
me.
close to that now too, though.
Magic is,
Well,
but it's like not
Not all standard stuff.
not all standard, right? And,
Yeah.
and that's the part that confuses me. Or
Yeah.
maybe where I lost some of the interest on that side was, am I getting Universes Beyond? Am I getting a Commander set? Am I getting a standard set? What's the
A modern set or whatever. Yeah.
right? I'm a little less so. 90% of the Pokemon sets, they're going to be standard sets. I mean, they've got some weird niche products that come out every once in a while, but for the most part, it's standard sets. And even though every 2 months, most of them are smaller now. The last couple sets have only been, not including Secret
Under
Rares,
100 cards.
under 100 cards.
Yeah.
So
nice.
I think some of that was to try and help offset the cost. It hasn't done it, but I think they were trying to do that to try and offset the insane,
Yeah.
secondary market costs.
Yeah, for sure. Lorcana
Nice.
is still, because it's still so new, they're all standard sets. They released one set that was, catering to with reprints and stuff for the Legacy, the Fabled format. So they still had that, but most of everything is still standard stuff, and it's still priced really, really low. I don't know if it's because the game's not as popular as it could be or what, but everything is still really below MSRP, so pretty
nice.
easy to find. So yeah,
How often do new sets come out for Lorcana?
once a quarter, so
Okay.
quarterly, every 3 months. So
Not much farther behind.
yeah, and they're bigger. They're bigger sets. They're like 100, at least 120 cards, I think, each time. So yeah,
It's pretty big.
so I don't know. So for me, collectability, I think. Is that what we're talking about? Collectability?
Yes.
Yeah. I think it goes to. I think for me, it goes to Pokemon.
I will absolutely have to agree. It's Pokemon. I mean, I think it's got the widest audience, the widest variety of audience, people collecting it. It's got the most ways people are collecting it, and I think if you look at some of the stuff we talked about earlier, like the collectability cost too, it's got the biggest span there.
I think that as far as like getting packs and stuff and getting into it, I think Lorcana is really good. But the hits you get are far fewer than you would get in Pokemon. So, yeah, I just don't think it's there. And forget about.
I think it's a
Magic.
sweep
I just
for
forget about
Pokemon.
Magic. Yeah, I think sweet. So, should we move to art? This is some very
Yes.
subjective, obviously.
It is.
So, yeah.
Well, it is. Yeah.
So it's gonna be hard to pick I think a winner here, but let's go for art.
I could try and make some non-subjective, a little bit more non-subjective points.
Yeah.
I will talk about, obviously Pokemon first, and I think this is one of the areas that they excel. And I think one of the things that they do really, really well in this area is some of that stuff we talked about of the different versions of the characters, right?
Yeah.
So you have this, you already have this desire to collect this character, and now I'm buying a certain Pokemon, and maybe the artwork is okay in the standard set, the base set of it, but now you start getting into the full art or the secret rare, and some of that artwork is phenomenal, and it's the same
beautiful.
card.
Yeah.
But it's also, for me, it's still very, I know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like it's not just great art for the sake of great art. It like all seems to they do a very good job, I feel like, with themes. When you look at a full page of like some of the secret rares, there's a very cohesive feel to those cards. I think they're very deliberate with how they're doing that. They're trying to make sure the card styles fit the theme of the set very well, but then are also cohesive together, but then just the different variations of those cards. Like I think it's one of their strong suits with the art side.
Yeah. I didn't think that at first, but I was only exposed to like the regular Pokemon cards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, so I didn't see like the full arts or anything like that. And once I saw that, I was like, wow, this is because like the regular cards,
They're okay.
they look like they're from the anime. Like they're
Yeah.
not like they're not special or anything like that. But when you get like different arts, it's pretty awesome.
But I
So
think that's
I
also
agree-
an
I agree with that.
intentional choice that they do, is making the regular cards kind of, and even though they have specific artists that are going to do the regular cards, and there's people again collecting even the regular version of cards that this artist did and this artist did.
Oh yeah, like my daughter collects Yukamori because it's a very distinct art, style. So yeah, I get it. But I was the same way with Magic though. I still do. I collect Rebecca Guay art because she's my favorite artist in Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
But that's my biggest issue with Magic the Gathering is they moved away from that and kind of just went for a house style, which then makes everything kind of generic. And then they saved like the alternate arts for like the secret layers and things like that.
Where I think Pokemon's leaned into those artists.
Exactly.
I mean,
That's the thing.
I love like you talk about Yumori. I love Kazuma. Like the Mega Gardevoir in the newest block that Cosmo did, the End Zoroark. Like those are just gorgeous cards.
Yeah. And I feel like Magic had those. There's like classic arts that are beautiful, and then they went to like this house style, which is super boring, and I don't know. I just don't like it at all. So.
I feel like vintage stuff. There's so much iconic vintage Magic that like you show a Black Lotus to anybody and like everybody knows that card, and that's the that they lost. They lost that. That was
It's all generic.
Even though like I know Eric, you were talking about like the how much you love the New Capenna artwork.
New Capenna.
Yeah, I don't know if they've done that consistently enough. The only time I feel like they do that really consistently, where they kind of nail a set feel, is the Universe Beyond stuff. Which is kind of cheating.
I would say like it was okay when they, and I hate that set, but when they did the Gothic set, Innistrad, I feel like they did that pretty well.
I guess to a point.
Kamigawa, I felt like they did that pretty well too.
Yeah, but not as well as I felt the original Kamigawa block.
Yeah, I feel like the original Kamigawa block was generic, and I feel like the techno version of Kamigawa I think was more interesting.
I just felt like the original Kamigawa, like while it was generic, I understood the theme of the set more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That's fair.
I will agree that the art was much more generic because it wasn't, but the theme, I got it. Right?
Yeah, I get it.
Like the early Urza's stuff, you got the theme, right? I mean, that was, and I just,
Yeah. And the thing about, I'll go back to Lorcana. Lorcana, because it's Disney, it has a very distinct house style, and they cannot deviate from that. So I can respect that. I get Disney's very protective about their IP and how it's presented. I get that. So if you're a Disney art fan, it's awesome. If you're looking for different takes on your Disney characters, you're not going to get it. It's never going to happen. So
they by far have the most consistent art direction.
They do.
Period.
They really.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they lean into it. I mean, that's their strength too. They lean into it.
Yeah.
They lean into it. Yeah.
I'm not saying that in a negative way at all. That is the strength of Disney. But if that's not your aesthetic, it's not gonna work for you.
It's not. Yeah, it's not gonna hit. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So
what
about you? Yeah.
I mean, I'm a big Disney fan, and so naturally, I really enjoy the artwork in Lorcana. And I haven't been collecting or rather purchasing Pokemon very often, so I'm not too experienced with the art there. But Magic the Gathering, like from when I started in the 90s to I can't remember the last time I bought Magic cards.
The last time you came over to my house?
Probably. No, I didn't buy any that time. I just brought ones I already had.
Oh, right, because you were just here recently.
Last time he came over to the house when he was still living here, maybe.
Yeah, that's true. True.
Well, no,
No,
because I got some
Remember,
of the Lord of the Rings.
he visited one time, and we were playing Pauper decks, and he was like getting like Gitu Lavamancer and a couple other cards he had to buy.
Well,
Yeah.
Was that my birthday?
It might have
Like
been your
when
birthday, yeah. It might have been. Yeah.
When he
so
came,
that-
because when that trip when he came in town that year.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
might have been it. That was the last time. That was like 4 years ago.
3 years ago.
3 years ago. 3 years ago.
Yeah, because I got I did get some. I had pre-ordered some of the Lord of the Rings boxes,
Ah, yes.
and
yes.
I got those shipped out here. But
That's right. I remember that.
but the artwork for Magic, like it has some of the silliest artwork I've ever seen. Especially for like what the I forget the goofy sets.
The unsets,
The unsets.
unglued, whatever.
Yeah. Have they done unhinged? Because they should.
I think so.
I think
I don't
they have
remember. Yeah.
actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That might have been one of the first ones.
No,
One of the
unglued
good
was
ones.
the first one.
No, but one of the earlier ones. I was thinking.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
But they've
I never
to
got
look it
into
up.
those. Yeah.
but they've had like some of the silliest artwork, but then they've had some of the most like gruesome and macabre artwork, and then they've also had some of the most beautiful artwork I've seen.
Yeah.
And so it's just like a wide spectrum. And then like you said your favorite's Rebecca Guay.
Guaya. Yep.
Guay. My personal favorite is Jeff Miracola.
Oh yeah. That's good.
He's done some really fun cards. But yeah, it's just I like the artwork more personally for Magic than any of the other TCGs I've gotten into.
I think when Magic hits, I think Magic was good.
Yep.
Yeah. But I think that it's just become cookie cutter and
and
not as special as it used to be. So yeah.
And with Hasbro's CEO trying to push AI, everything.
Yeah.
It's not looking good for Watts.
Yeah. And by the way, Unhinged came out in November 19th, 2004.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
Okay.
It was an Unhinged set. Yeah. Right. So my vote goes to Pokemon for this one.
My vote goes to Magic.
Yep.
My vote would also go to Pokemon. I think, like you
Two to
said, when Magic hits, it's great. I just don't think it hits consistently enough, and I think Pokemon just consistently hits.
Yeah. The only way you can get is if you're buying all the Universes Beyond stuff or the Secret Layers. That's it. I wish that Magic's normal sets had, we've talked about this before, had better art. Like that's just, I just wish that. And it used to. That's the most frustrating part.
Yeah.
It used to.
And I would say the only reason why I don't put Lorcana a little bit higher is that's not my aesthetic, right?
Yeah.
And I think if that is, it's great. But you talked about too, there's not enough special.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
True. All right. So last one is gameplay. How do we feel about gameplay?
I think that's a loaded question.
All right. So, oh man,
who wants to start this one, right?
I think Eric should start because it's the oldest game.
It
Start
is.
with Magic. Yeah.
So the gameplay for Magic is really hard for new players.
Yeah.
And still difficult for experienced players. I feel like, because you gotta have your library over here. You got your graveyard over here. You got your lands in front of you, and you got your discard pile. and you got to tap your lands, and then you got to remember to untap your lands, and then and then you got to deal with summoning sickness. So it's
And then you have to deal with
it's a lot.
Brad countering everything you did.
And then you got to remember to proliferate.
Or poison.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
You
then,
got to
and then
ask Brad for permission to play a spell.
Yeah, yeah. You got to and you got to deal with annihilate. Annihilate 10.
I don't play those that much.
It can be a lot of fun. That's why I tend to make my decks for the for the lulz. And then
Does Amber feel the same way?
Yes, I don't know. Well, she's probably asleep. I can't ask her. But that was I think it's because I can hear myself talking, and so it threw me off.
You can mute yourself in the group.
But if I mute it, let me see.
He just likes to hear himself talk. It's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't though.
It's fine, I guess.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Dude,
okay, so that was my problem the whole time.
We just figured that out an hour into.
Maybe. Hey, I'm still new at this. This is only episode 6.
Episode 6. Yeah, it's true.
By episode 20, I'll be a pro. Maybe.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
But yeah,
So make sure you like and subscribe so you can see him by
Episode
how
20.
good he gets by episode 20.
Yeah.
Make sure you
but
follow.
I like.
Yes.
Yeah. Make sure you follow. Make sure you hype. But no, with the gameplay is like it's a lot to remember. I feel like for Magic, and even playing off and on for as long as I have, it's even. That's sometimes like, how should this play out? I'm not quite sure. But then, the few times I played Lorcana, that's felt very simple. Like there was a very low, it was a very low bar for like, okay, I got my deck, we're playing. Oh, hey, this is easy. The steps for resolving things were a lot less complicated, I feel. And so while I love Magic, it's not for the faint of heart.
Definitely not. I mean, I've been playing Magic since 1994, and there's still plenty of times where I'm like, wait, which one resolves first? How does this? Okay, wait. Okay, in response, I'm going to do this. So,
Why do you think I play the type of decks I play? So I don't have to think about all that.
Before your turn is over.
Yeah, it is a timing thing. That's the thing about Magic is, man, it's so complicated. But it's when you know it and it works, it's immensely gratifying. It really is. Mm-hmm. But it is so complicated sometimes. So. Yeah, and there's still like I'm part of like these like Reddit groups and like Facebook groups where people will be like, okay, this is what's being played, this happens, which resolves, and I'm like, oh dude, I have no idea. Like I'm trying to visualize it in my head, and I'm like, I don't know, I really don't know. So
I intentionally didn't play the best version of my favorite deck because I realized I wasn't smart enough to play it.
It happens so much.
The whole Valakut thing with like being able to bounce lands and put it like and then how that whole there's just too many interactions. So I don't play with the artifact thing like that lets you bounce. Like nope, it's too, I'm not smart enough. I'll admit it. It's still an effective deck. It's just that's too much. And I've been playing. I think I started playing 93 revised. So yeah, just as long as you, it's and it's still there's mechanics that are I have no idea.
Yeah, no idea at all. No idea. So, but we can go from. All right. So, do you want to talk about Pokemon?
I can talk about Pokemon.
Okay.
I think Pokemon is like, and you didn't, you talked about, you haven't really gotten into it, but it is a very kind of simplified game, which I think helps. Where you see a lot of younger players being able to play the game and have access, but I do think there is a little bit more depth of the game than you realize when you're playing it. If you just take it on the surface, it seems really simple, like you're not interacting with the other player on their turn type of stuff. But when you start kind of really getting into some of the better decks, I kind of almost think of it like chess, where you have to think multiple moves in advance. So you're still worried about what the other player is going to do, and you're making your decisions that way. You're just not doing it on their turn, which I find a lot of fun. I think if I didn't have to think about it, and it was just one move go, next person, one move go, it would be probably too boring for me. I wouldn't enjoy it. But I think there is enough, and I think that's gotten better as time has gone on, where there's more depth to some of these decks and more ways to. One of the things that I actually also find kind of fascinating about Pokemon is you don't exactly know what cards you're playing your game because of the prize cards. So when you start Pokemon, you got to put 6 cards face down that you don't have access to unless you win this card. Those could be some of the best cards in your deck, could be some of the win conditions, and now you have to figure out kind of what those cards are and how to adapt. So that piece, the little bit of randomness that gives, I appreciate.
See, that's what pisses me off. That's super pisses me off. I mean, no, I've gotten used to it now, and I don't mind it as much. But at first, it was really, really supremely annoying.
So I think I will say, and probably the big caveat there is, I play a lot more casually than competitively.
Yeah, for sure.
When I was first playing, I was doing more tournaments and different things like that, and it annoyed me a lot more then, right? Because there was more on the line, and now it's casual. I'm having fun.
It's more about, because I don't hide this fact that I prefer deck building more than I prefer playing. Yep. So for me, the most, coming from the Magic world, the most satisfying thing is when you can get consistency, right? That's like, if you can get your deck fairly consistent and pretty much like firing on all cylinders as consistently as possible, that's awesome. When you add randomness to that, that just wrecks everything. So
it's an extra challenge.
So like, I've grown accustomed where I'm like, okay, I'm okay with the randomness now, like that's fine. And I've started to build decks actually, or build decks way more inconsistent actually, knowing that there's card draw and stuff like that I can kind of like, I'm okay with. So for me, it's okay. Like I've gotten used to it.
I understand it.
Yeah.
I think I enjoy finding consistency in the inconsistency, right? So like I build a lot of toolbox decks that kind of give me access to multiple things, and I almost take it as a challenge of overcoming, I don't know what I'm going to have. So
for sure.
And that pushes it, because I think if that didn't exist, the gameplay might be a little too boring for me.
Yeah, I get you. So, all right. So going into Lorcana, I would say is kind of like the in-between Pokemon and Magic. Like Pokemon, you don't have interaction on your opponent's turn. And like Pokemon, you target, your one creature or character that you're attacking with can target one specific character or creature. Whereas in Magic, you don't get that decision. You attack, and your opponent gets to decide how they're going to block and stuff like that. So I think there's a lot more control on that side, on the side where it makes it very similar. I think that just like that, there's very similar to Pokemon. It's very chess-like, like you said, where you kind of have to plan, kind of like moves in advance, but then you also have to know how to pivot out of that. Whereas like with Magic, because of the complication, because of the nuance, you can kind of like, you always have to look at where your lines are constantly in Magic. It's like you're always evaluating, not even just like after every like spell, but like in every step, like what are you going to do? Because something can change, something can happen. So I think that's where that complexity can be a good thing and a bad thing. It really requires you to be more adept. And I think maybe it's just because I'm getting older. Like, I'm just looking for things that are a little bit more straightforward. So they're not as, I'm not looking at like constantly adapting my lines all the time. So for me, I actually prefer the gameplay of Magic the Gathering because I'm a control player. That I like interacting on my opponent's turns. So my preferred one is actually Magic the Gathering, and then it's a tie between Pokemon and Lorcana afterwards. So yeah. What about you, Eric?
For me, I think, while I complain about how difficult it is, I think I do prefer Magic. And that just might be because I'm so used to it. Lorcana, I've only played a handful of times. Pokemon, I've never played. I've never even built a deck. I've purchased less than 10 booster packs. And
we know what we're playing next time he's in town.
Yeah.
And like
we're playing Pokemon.
My daughter, she likes Pokemon. Like I was watching the
New Horizons.
New Horizons. I was watching that on Netflix a little while back, and she liked that. And she'll play the video games. And it's great now that she can actually read, because I don't have to read everything on the screen to her every 2 minutes. So that's pretty cool. But she likes Pokemon cards. She's gotten some cards like from going to friends' birthday parties, or her grandma bought her some cards, and I've even bought her a pack or two.
Nice.
And she's got this little Pikachu binder that she's.
How are these people finding packs in the wild? Like that just blows my mind.
It's where he lives.
Yeah, dude.
And
that's crazy.
And I just like, but I don't think she has any inclination at this point to actually want to play the game. I think she's just like looking at the cards.
About 5 years, 4 or 5 years.
But so I've never played. I would like to, but like I said earlier, like I don't know what to buy, and I just haven't sat down to go on a deep dive of Pokemon TCG on like how to play it and what packs I should buy or what singles I should buy. Like I don't even know what different types of decks there are.
Dude, it's so easy. Bro, it is so easy.
It is.
Literally.
But I think the interesting thing, like that we also almost didn't talk about in collectability that he's bringing up, is Pokemon is probably the easiest one to just buy packs and never play.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Like
for the first 6 years of my daughter's life, she bought packs but never played them. It's only recently she started playing.
Because it was more about, I want these cards. The cards are cool. Yeah.
But I watched the cartoon. I want the card.
Yeah,
exactly. But the thing about the building of the deck, though, that you kind of like, one thing I like about Pokemon is that for every blocks that come out or whatever, there's pretty much a set of cards that are used in every deck. Basically, there's your card draw. This is your tutor, and this is it. And every deck uses them. And then the only differences are tech cards and what specific Pokemon you're running. So it's super easy because
half your deck is going to be those staple cards and your energy.
Yep.
And you only got to fill in the other half.
Yep.
It's
That's it. It's
Nice.
super easy. It's nice. And then like they print the crap out of it, so it's like you can get it for like literal cents. So yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I scanned the 2 packs I got of Chaos Rising with the TCG Player app, and I definitely did not get. So Target had them on sale for like $4.99 a pack. I think it was. It was $4.99 or $5.99.
$4.49 is MSRP right now, I think.
MSRP, yeah.
And I got them, and I definitely did not break even.
Yeah, no, you're not gonna make it. Yeah, no.
The most valuable card I got was that Watchog I showed you guys earlier.
The full
and it was like 2 something.
250. Yeah, I'd say it's probably about 250.
Yeah.
So,
Yep,
but
yep,
yeah,
yep.
I have so many hobbies. It's hard to prioritize one over the other. But I will make it a point before I come back to Vegas on my next trip. I don't know when that's going to be, but I will make it a point to build a deck for Pokemon and learn how to play the game so that when I get there, we can have a Pokemon game. I
don't think I have to tell you, but I have like 18 Pokemon decks already. So, and I just started a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
So
I'm not surprised.
So.
And all that for $100. Like
it was $120.
Right, okay.
Close.
He bought 1 ETB.
But I will say that one of the things I would like to do if you come out is we could do an ETB draft, or not draft, but like build a deck out of, but each get an ETB and then just build a deck out of whatever cards we have out of it.
Or we can just
That'd be fun
each
too.
get a build a battle box.
Oh, we could do that too, which is fine.
Oh,
I'm okay with that.
So either
Either
one.
one.
I mean, there's options, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
All right. So Rob, what about you, man?
I may surprise you here, but for me, gameplay is Magic, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
And we
It's the
can
original.
talk about it's the original, but it's the variety. It's the I can build a mill deck. I can build. I mean, like, where else can I build a deck like Valakut where I'm killing you from playing lands? Like, I mean, it's like just and there's so many different types of decks and strategies, and you have to be engaged the whole game at every point. I mean, even I talked about it, like you Lorcana and even like Pokemon, there's like chess. You're thinking a couple of moves in advance, but you can kind of check out the other person's turn and then just say, "Oh wait, what did they do?"
Yeah,
you cannot do that in Magic. So it's just it's so it's such deep, great gameplay that I don't think anybody's going to come close to their gameplay. That's just ever. And I would say Pokemon and Lorcana, they're very similar. There's a few differences, but I think they're very similar. They'd be pretty much I would give a slight edge to Pokemon, but it's only because of my comfort level and no other reason. Like, but those two are interchangeable. But yeah, it's definitely Magic.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's a hard win for Magic because it's just it is complicated. It is hard to learn, but it's also supremely satisfying.
Yeah, it's so rewarding.
Because of that. Yeah. It's you make decisions and you like know when you've made a bad decision. You know what I mean? Like, and there's just like no hope of recovery. Like you just know.
Or when the other person made a really good decision and there's no hope of recovery.
Yeah, that's the thing too.
Yeah.
And I agree. For gameplay, it goes to Magic the Gathering. So in all the other categories, Pokemon won, except for gameplay.
Did Lorcana have one? I thought Lorcana had.
No.
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 It was...
Art style, no. Collectability, no. Cost, no. I think Lorcana's too new.
Yep.
I think that it needs more time to marinate, I think. And we'll talk about it in another 10 years if it's still around. We'll see how it goes. So.
And maybe then we'll throw in One Piece or whatever else is out.
There you go.
Do people actually play One Piece or just collect it?
I'm not sure.
Anytime I go to the card store, It's just collectors. I've
Yeah.
never seen anybody talk about playing it at all. So I don't know.
My oldest son, who doesn't collect anything at all,
Collects One Piece,
collects One Piece and buys
Oh.
One Piece. Yes.
but he doesn't play it. He
Nope.
just collects it.
He just collects the
okay.
cards.
Yeah, I don't
and
know.
he collects. He doesn't understand collecting at all, and he buys One Piece cards.
How's he your son?
I blame his mother. No. But he also he watched every episode of One Piece, and
Sure,
I mean
sure.
every
Makes sense.
episode. So like he's got that connection, right?
Yeah.
And that's a whole different discussion. There's some great artwork there too, and collectability.
Nice.
But it's
Nice.
a different. I almost don't consider it a TCG because
It's
like
just-
who plays it?
Yeah. It's just
And-
collectible cards.
And I may be completely wrong. I just have never seen it. That's my exposure, right?
Got it. Yeah. All right. So based on the criteria, I think Pokemon wins this one, which kind of surprises me actually.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I think if we were talking about this 15 years ago, it might have been different.
Yeah, it would have been different. I think even
Yeah.
if you were talking about it, I'll
5
say
years
in
ago.
the last heyday of when there were some other challengers like MetaZoo and different things like that coming out, and what's the other? I'm drawing a blank on the other one that came out around that same time. That was kind of a bigger one, but it would have been different.
Well, I mean, I think for the conversation for Magic would have been different. I think art,
Yep.
I would have had a different opinion of art
Yep.
15 years ago than I do today. Collectability, I probably would have a different opinion on it too. But yeah, I'm just not a fan of the direction that Hasbro has taken.
The
Magic the Gathering,
answering
so
answering to shareholders is definitely, I think, there's been a significant decline
yeah,
for me.
for sure.
Thanks, Chris Cox.
All right, so the winner of this episode, surprisingly, is Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Wow. I guess, if you want to be the very best, the best there ever was,
Yes. Oh,
you just have to make sure you don't have Hasbro own you.
True that.
True that.
Thanks,
True
Hasbro.
that. All right, man.
Yes.
Well, this was fun, guys. Thank you
absolutely.
for joining us, Rob. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. This was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rob, it was nice seeing you, man.
Good seeing you. And you
And
have to come
nerding
back
out.
so we can play some Pokemon.
Yes.
Now that we've determined it's the superior card game.
For right. Well, not for gameplay. For everything else.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. Next time work makes me come out, or next time we can actually take a vacation.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen.
We'll do it.
We
Cool,
also
cool.
do a Magic Cube, just so we get the better gameplay.
We should do the Magic Cube. Yeah. Well, we got to do that soon, anyways.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes, Cube.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching this newest episode of Nerd Fight. We greatly appreciate it. If you like this episode, please, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hype it up, and share it with your friends. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
See you guys next time.